So I'm going to show you a technique for anything that needs lasering on both sides. And so we've just gone ahead and engraved all these little indentations onto here that are going to be used as mortises for some tenons to stick into. Is it called the mortise but doesn't go all the way through? Not sure. Anyway, I'm calling it that. And now I'm cutting this thing out in a precise rectangle. Now I have another file ready to go that has a tool layer defining this exact same rectangle with everything centered precisely in it, just like this one is. And I'm going to be able to just flip this piece over and then start engraving on the other side. And it should, if I've got my file set up correctly, line up perfectly. So we will see how well I did my job.
All right, so here's what I'm working with. This is the first part that I just did. So when I sent this to the machine, I actually selected all of this up here and just cut it or deleted it from the job. And so I sent only what you see down in this blue rectangle here. And you might be able to see this outline here. That is a tool layer. Tool layers are just for reference and do not actually do any lasering. And then this box outside is a cut. On the other part of the file, I've got the same shapes but flipped left to right. And this has engraving in it, and it cuts these pieces out, but it doesn't cut this outer rectangle. Instead, it uses that as a tool layer. And just to demonstrate that these are gonna work together, I'm going to select all of this. I am then going to come up here and flip this left to right. I'm then going to drag this up. Now, this is just to demonstrate to you that when I flip this thing over, these things should be perfectly aligned with each other. They are. So now you can see those outlines line up perfectly with the other outlines. So I'm going to undo what I just did, put that back there, unflip it, and there we are. So, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that right now. I've got some other stuff up there I don't want to do on this particular go-round, but I'm going to select this and delete it. I'm going to select this and delete it. So now we have just this here. And I'm going to send. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say File. I'm going to say Enter. So that's my new version of the file that I've got there. There. Then I'm going to come in here. Now I've got some weights and stuff here to help keep this thing still. Some weights and magnets. So I'm reaching under here. Did this catch somewhere? Let's see. Feels like there might be. There we are. Okay, so I'm taking this out, and because I flipped it left to right rather than top to bottom, I'm going to flip this around like this. And I'm going to have a problem right here. So that one's going to be waste at this point, but that's fine. Just cut another couple. Okay, there we are. So now I'm going to hit, well, first I'm going to go ahead and frame it once again, just to make sure it looks like it's following where it should be. So it's just a little bit inside that rectangle. So I'm now going to hit start.
And now I've got all these done, and you can see that we've got those little mortises very precisely lined up on each of these things. We'll be doing some sanding and some assembling later, but that is a nice little trick for lining things up on both sides with a shape when you're lasering.